You're listening to the Artist King podcast.
This is DTM of DeltaTangoMike.com, and this is the Artist King Podcast, episode 71. Please take the time to download the Artist King Podcast in your favorite platform and listen anytime. We would like to hear your opinions and suggestions, so please direct your comments to dtm@artistking.org. The Artist King Podcast is available on iTunes, Spreaker.com, Stitcher Radio, and ArtistKingArchive.com. James Eugene is a 20-year art biz veteran and instructor. Check out more of his work at neoartstyle.com and find him on Instagram and Twitter under ArtistJim114. This week, we bring James Eugene back to share some insight into why proper presentation and a portfolio are important. We also want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. The Artist King Podcast is made possible by the law offices of Deborah Gonzalez Esquire, VelocityScreenPrint.net, RevolveSkate.com, OHub at Giant, SouthSide Sickest, Mex Manny Beats, the Biz Garage, SuperNova South, HonestCon.com, Sharpie Slam 2015. The biggest, baddest art event of 2015 is coming to the Biltmore Hotel Wednesday, October 7th from 6 to 9 p.m. 6 teams go toe-to-toe and only one will be crowned ATM Supreme Champ. Tickets now available at SuperNovaSouth.org. I guarantee it, you will be sorry if you miss this. Now on to our artist tips with James Eugene.
My name is James Eugene, and I'm an artist and illustrator here in Atlanta. Been doing it professionally since 1991, 92. Yeah. Went back to school for 4 more years, and from that experience, I understand even more about the business and the complexities of the art world in general. Mm-hmm. And the difference if you want to be successful commercial artist, if you want to be successful fine artist, because they are businesses. People think fine artists are just struggling and nothing and taking whatever you give you, but it's actually A, B, C, D, E, and then you just like any other business. You got your resume, you got everything. Mm-hmm. So it's all a matter of what you want to do in the art world. And I would say one of the biggest keys to, if you call yourself an artist and you want to do professionally, one of the biggest things you have to do in this day and age is you have to be accessible. You have to, if people want your style, they need to be able to go somewhere, and your style has to convey right on the first page, complete. Like I don't know how many times that has happened when, like, I have some friends and they have a page, and when I send them to them to get some work, they're like, does he do art? And I'm like, yeah, I sent you to his art. I sent you to his site, or I sent you to his Facebook, and there's a lot of other things besides just what you do, straightforwardness of the business, what kind of illustration or art that you're trying to convey, and how much, like what your rates are. You don't necessarily have to put your rates, because some things are more expensive than others, and you ain't gonna just say, because some people, their paintings are like $30,000, $21,000, and some people they're like some of the people I know, especially in the digital video, it's already going to be $100,000 for an hour. So these are the things you have to expect. So you have to figure out what kind of an artist you are and where you're going to fit in. Are you going to do something more for the general public? That means that the rate is going to be lower. Or are you going to be more specialized in what you're doing? That means your rate is going to be higher, because it's going to be like scarcity. In other words, there ain't going to be a lot of people that can do what you do. So you have to put the rate higher. Like if you think of H.R. Geiger, you're not going to go to H.R. Geiger and ask for a discount, because nobody does what H.R. Geiger does, and he's done it big for a very long time, And so So when people, so you have to know what the industry standard is in your profession, you know, whatever niche you have in art, and you have to be up on it and know when you want to go below or when you want to go above.
Mm-hmm. And whichever one you choose, you have to have the portfolio.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Portfolio actually is the most important thing. I can't tell you how many times people have gone to my page, and especially when I had my flash sites, it was like, yeah, you're hired. And I mean, they didn't hardly see anything else. They just seen that I had the art moving and grooving and everything was looking good. But I've done some sites where it took too long to get to the art, and they're like, "Hey, I went to your site, it wasn't working," and then I lose the thing, I lose the contract. Mm-hmm. So I learned from those mistakes, and you learn from big companies, like the site I'm working on now. It's like the same concept of Apple, and all the big sites, it's the same concept. You need the big image. You have to convey what you do probably within like 2-3 seconds. As soon as they click on it.
Yeah.
Because people's mindset is like they're not thinking anymore. They really have other things to do, and they're like, you know, get distracted really easily. So
you gotta grab their attention, and tell them what you can do for them right away.
Right. And I also have business cards, which is funny because I have to get some new business cards. Because business card will get you oh man, if somebody grabs your card and it's awesome and they remember it, that is one of the biggest keys to getting a lot of to getting a call back for something you want. You know, just be professional about it, you know?
Send us feedback to dtm@artistking.org and subscribe to the Artist King podcast on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker.com, or ArtistKingArchive.com. This has been your Artist King podcast, and I am DTM of DeltaTangoMike.com, telling you to get out and learn so you can earn. Let go of the starving artist title and move into the thriving artist art life. See you next week.